Okay, and so this second part of the demo sequence, called the expanded inner smile, will focus on what is often known as the water wheel. There's an anecdote that Mastermind Chia always tells people to get a laugh out of them, and it goes like this. If you put the fire above the water, you're going to wait a long time for your tea. Why? Because you actually have to put the water above the fire and possibly something metal in between so that the fire can warm up the water. So the anecdote helps us to understand that there are certain movements that will help us rebalance the elements within us. In this case, it's the water and the fire. The fire, of course, is in our heart, and the water is in this area where we also have our evacuation systems, like kidneys, for example. So this is a very simple exercise that helps us create a movement of the spine that is a bit like a snake. Spine becomes a bit like a snake, and it brings us down in a crutching position, and then back up with our arms and chest extended. And it's usually done in sets of 9. So I will demonstrate the movement, and I will add the breathing, which needs to be coordinated, and then I will do the 3 sets of 9 that I usually do for myself. So we start from the basic position, and we go with our hands like this, and at this point we go down and then bounce up, down and bounce up. So and bounce up, and then open up arms and chest and shoulders and come back to the position. When you go down, it's important to go down quickly and then bounce up. That makes it easier on you. And you do it the way you can, because every person's body is different and will respond differently to these guidelines. So I go down. The optimal thing to do is to really go down with your butt as close to the floor as possible. My ability is quite limited in that respect. Some of you might be a lot more capable. And then I come back. I do it one more time without the breathing. Down, and then back up. Opening, and then come back to the basic position. Now I will add the breathing. Going down is all exhaling, blowing air out. Okay. This is what happens when I go down. I exhale. Okay. Coming up, I still exhale, but not as powerfully. And when I come here, I start my inhalation that then follows up to the maximum extension of my arms, and then becomes much slower. So the big time when I really push the air out is when I go down. And then when I come back midway is when I inhale very big. Okay. I'm going to do the first set of 9 now. Now, first I will do 1 or 2 with the breathing, so you can synchronize your breathing to the movement. You see that the way I do it, it really helps if I go down quickly and pushing a lot of air out quickly. Then it helps me bounce back up. Do it at your own pace, the way that your body feels good about it. One, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've done my 2 sets of 9. I want to do another one. And in the meanwhile, I want you to notice that when I come back, I can perceive the way my movement brings up the elements and rebalances energetically these elements in my inner ecosystem. It's a perception. You can add in your imagination. You can imagine that happening. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here I am. Position going down is like this, a very quick move. And now I am coming to complete this recording, since we have completed the water wheel, and announcing that the next segment is actually what is known as the inner smile proper, where we actually rebalance the emotions within our empty organs. This water wheel was a rebalancing of the elements within our ecosystem, water and fire in particular. And when we go to the next session, we will connect our empty organs with the planetary forces, with the colors, the colors of the light that comes from them, and the element, and the negative emotions that store in each organ, and the positive emotion we can replace those negative emotions with. And the organs include the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, the heart, and then the stomach, spleen, and pancreas. Thank you. See you on the next video.